What's up guys, so today we'll be discussing about Leh Ladakh in the month of December, and in this video we'll be covering the weather, the accessibility, what you should be doing in Leh Ladakh in December, what kind of clothing you need to be carrying along, and overall what are the things that you need to be keeping in mind while traveling to Leh Ladakh in the month of December 2024. Now the first and most important thing that you should know when you're traveling to Leh Ladakh in December is that December is the month when winter is at its optimum. So the winter is already set in. It's already going to be snowing in major parts of Leh and Ladakh. All the passes are going to be experiencing snowfall. So the route via Manali is going to be definitely closed. Don't even think about doing that route. Overall, the Srinagar to Leh route is also going to be closed for major chunk because it's going to be snow covered at Zojila Pass. The daytime temperature in Leh is going to be anywhere between 0 to 5 degrees depending on where you are, and the temperature after 2 p.m. is going to be anywhere between -5 to -25 degrees depending again on which part of Ladakh you are in. Now keep in mind that most parts of Ladakh are going to be covered in snow, and that's what's going to make Leh Ladakh extremely beautiful in the month of December. But accessibility wise, the only way to get into Leh town is via taking a flight from Delhi. Now these flights leave in the morning, but again if the weather is bad in Leh, the flights can get cancelled or delayed. So keep in mind that when you're planning a trip to Ladakh in the month of December, you need to have spare days so that you do not end up running out of time just waiting at the airport to get a flight to Ladakh. Also, when you're planning a trip to Ladakh in December, keep in mind that you will not be able to go biking. It is impossible to go biking in Ladakh. It is the biker's nightmare. Not even nightmare, it's the biking of death rather, I would say. What you can do in Ladakh in the month of December is you can visit the monasteries which are in and around Leh town, namely Tikse, Shea Palace, Hemis, Shanti Stupa. All that's accessible. You can also go all the way up to Alchi and Lama Yuru. Going to Nubra Valley and Pangong is difficult, but it is possible. You can go to Nubra Valley because the road via Kardungla is open on alternate days. One day to go to Nubra, one day to come back. And from there, you, if possible, you can take the Shayok road and you can go to Pangong and return via Changla. But to do all of this, you will need a minimum, according to me, of at least 12 to 14 days. The more time you have, the better, because it's not going to be like summers where you can just breeze through and travel wherever you want to, as and when you want. Also, when you're planning on going there, do not even consider self-driving. This is not the time to be going self-driving. No matter how good a driver you are, this is not the terrain for you to be self-driving. You have to hire a taxi over there, and you need to hire a taxi with a reliable driver. You can't just go with the cheapest deal in December. Now December Ladakh trips are ideally meant for people who have already been to Ladakh a couple of times in summer and know what to expect in terms of terrain, have been there, know what the altitude is, and they also have some kind of an experience of traveling to Ladakh and other Himalayan regions in winter. When it comes to your clothing, you need to be carrying really good amount of thermal clothing. You need thermal innerwear, you also need woolen jackets, you need woolen socks, you need gloves, you need head caps, you need all the woolen gear that you think you should be carrying. You need to be carrying. You need very good UV protective sun glares. Along with this, you need an excellent pair of shoes so that your shoes can be used to walk around everywhere, because if you're going to go with shoes which are not hiking shoes or snow proof shoes, you're going to have water getting into your shoes, and that's going to be troublesome, leading to even frostbite. So make sure that you have waterproof shoes when you're going there. Get a sleeping bag, because without a sleeping bag, going to Ladakh in December is going to be a disaster. When it comes to accommodation, keep in mind that most accommodations in Ladakh in Leh town will be closed. So make sure that you find an accommodation which is open. It has a electricity backup, and most of all, it has a heater capacity so that you can use heaters over there, because the temperature is going to be extremely cold. Now when it comes to what kind of fitness do you need to be really fit to be going to Ladakh in winter, because even just walking up and down is going to take your breath away. So when you're planning on going there, make sure that at least a month or two prior you already started working out and doing a lot of uphill climbing upstairs, and all of that is important. You need to be working out at least for a minimum of 1 hour per day to be able to make Ladakh in winter easy, and I wouldn't say it's really going to be easy. Now permits for Ladakh in winter can be done online. You can do it online before you leave, but just double cross check that all these places that you're going to visit are open, because most of them are not going to be open. Do not even consider going via the road from Srinagar to Leh, because if it gets stuck midway because of snowfall, you'll be stranded and you'll be left without any network along this road. The best option is to fly in and out of Leh. When you're planning a trip to Ladakh in December, make sure that you have a minimum, and I would say ideally a minimum of 9 days if you plan on going to only Nubra Valley. If you're planning on doing Pangong, Nubra Valley, and Leh, you need a minimum of 12 to 14 days. If you're just planning on going and roaming around Leh town, you need a minimum of 5 to 7 days. Do not plan for a stupid trip which is just for 3 to 4 days just to go click some photos of snow and come back and show off on social media. When it comes to network, Airtel and Jio have excellent network with 4G in all parts of Ladakh, and it will be active in most regions. Do carry a power bank because power cuts are very frequent in winter. If you have any queries related to travel to Ladakh in winter, leave a comment in the comment section, or you can click on the link in the description. Till our next video, stay safe, stay happy, stay blessed.